So today is September 20th, and I am exactly 2 weeks from nasal reconstructive surgery to repair my collapsed septum and nasal deformity that was a result of the improper extubation from my double jaw advancement surgery, which happened on March 29th. Quick recap: I had a double jaw advancement surgery to open the airway for sleep apnea that was causing some health issues around, obviously there's restricted or reduced oxygen while I slept. And during the extubation process, the tube was pulled and my septum was displaced, and post-surgery next day, surgeons informed me of the displacement and said there's really nothing they could do at that point. We'd let it heal for 3 months and then schedule surgery to fix it up. Well, it was a kind of a bigger surgery than everyone thought, because I had already had one previous repair for a broken nose and deviated septum, and so there was a lot of scarring in there, and there was limited bone because of the initial surgery. So they grafted a rib and used my rib and rib cartilage to rebuild the inside of my nose. I look different, much closer to what I looked pre-surgery, it's very nasally. It's very swollen still, and from my understanding, the swelling is going to last for about significant swelling for a month to two. I'll get to about 70-80% reduction, and then it'll take up to 2 years for it to be totally gone. So I'm looking at a total recovery time much more extended than the original from the jaw surgery. At the same time, they removed plates, 2 of them plus 10 screws, to create more room around my sinuses. I'm not sure if I noticed a difference yet, because I'm back to this upper lip pain, because I have now a second scar inside my lip. I did remove the stitches myself just because they were bugging the shit out of me, and it feels better. But my upper lip now has to kind of come back, and it's stiff and it's tight, and my nose is tight. So I have to retrain the muscles of my face eventually once my nose is a little further along the way. My jaw, my lower jaw and my lower lip is still numb. My teeth are still numb and tender from the jaw surgery. So it's coming along, I guess. But overall, I think I'm going to be pleased with my appearance. It was really a difficult process for a couple of months to see such a significant change in my appearance, and so hopefully the surgeon will have done a better job, and I can already tell a difference, and I'm okay with it. I think when the tip of my nose swelling, which is the biggest part, goes down, I'll be happy. The thing that I'm really frustrated with, though, and I'm not sure how I let this happen, because I swear I talked about it, is that I asked for them, because of the level of my activity, and knowing they were going to be harvesting part of my rib, I asked them to use a spreader, so that I would have no incision in my abdomen wall, because the location of the incision is right below my ribs, right basically on the I would say the upper left, my upper left, ab muscle, where sort of would be if I had a six-pack, or when I did have a six-pack, it would be that kind of upper left muscle, and they cut right through that muscle, and that's, I think, the biggest discomfort has been around the rib. I'm back to a normal coaching level of activity, and I didn't realize just how much I engage my core on a day-to-day basis, and that is difficult with an incision. The rib is hard. I've had a broken rib before, and it's painful, and it's hard to take deep breaths and all that other stuff, but this is by a factor of 5 times more painful, and it's kind of irritating, because I kind of feel like it was sort of a lazy way out, and I'm not sure who did the harvest, so I don't want to rip on them too bad, because I liked both my surgeons quite a bit. It's seemingly like whoever the hell they put in there with them are just not real smart. First, the guy who did the extubation and the intubation, nicked my vocal cords the first time on the intubation, so I was hoarse every time I spoke. And then when they pulled the tube, they messed up my septum, which required a second surgery, 4.5, 5 months later, which is going to require an extended recovery, which isn't necessary. And now when they did the rib for the reconstruction, they cut through the muscle, which I think is lazy, and they say it's going to be a normal recovery, but that's bullshit. I've had about 8 surgeries right now, and every time I've been cut, I know it when it rains, or it's cold. So here I am with kind of recovering from an ab incision that's not necessary. So this has been, a pretty frustrating process. I think when I clip all these together, you'll see that I'm not, at all. Fuck, I don't know. I mean, is it worth it? I don't know. It's probably the most mentally challenging thing that I've gone through in my entire life, in terms of not having challenges that you deal with that are difficult, with loss or what have you, but to have to be every single day physically recovering, and every single day 24/7 not feeling 100% physically, it does get to be a drain mentally, because you still can't go about life thinking about your recovery. You have to focus on what's going on, and it takes a bit of a toll. And luckily and hopefully, I think I'm kind of strong from that perspective, but man, oh man, sometimes I just am like, what the fuck? This is not a fun thing, and I just want to be better. I just want to be able to just run, jump, flip around and shit without feeling any pain. My dog needs to be picked up. I want to pick the dog up. So it's just stupid shit like that is you don't think about. Sometimes lifting a milk jug out of the fridge is stupid. So anyway, long ramble. Always do it. I never ever plan any of these, and it's very evident that I don't. I probably should, but I'm not. So if you can hang with that extra crap, then the key message in here is still, I think, important for those who are considering surgery like this, who want to follow this journey. Thanks.